Hello everyone, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Within this video here today, we are going to be diving in and practicing circles. For me personally, doing circles has been one of the most difficult things to perfect within tattooing. So I made a circle template here. I will leave links for you in the description below so you can download this grid on your end. Should you have any questions, I would highly recommend to drop them in the comments below as well. I'll do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. In this video, I'm going to be working all these circles. I'm going to start from the smaller ones. I'm just going to kind of work my way up to the top, and I'm just going to do every single circle that is in this template. I believe it's about 100+ circles that we are going to practice here. So this lesson is going to be a good one, especially if you're looking to perfect your circles and or get better at them. I would also like to explain my logic, thought process, and approach behind doing circles. So within that video, I will do that here. I'm not necessarily going to talk for the entire thing, so you can go ahead and kind of just observe and then follow along should you choose to do so on your end. Yet again, links for this circle template are in the description below. When it comes to doing circles, it's kind of similar to pulling lines. However, the difference is we are doing a circle. I'm going to approach it the same way. So I'm going to pick a space to start, and then from there I'm going to taper in, and then I'm going to taper back into that point where I started. So I'm going to find a position where I'm comfortable with, and it's also great to use this template to figure out where you're comfortable starting and ending circles, if you like going to the left and or to the right, to each their own. So I'm going to start in this area, and I'm going to start creating the circle going in the left direction, as you see, and I'm going to kind of feel that out. I'm going to see what that feels like, and I'm going to see the results that I get here. I'm going to use the results that I get to determine what I need to do next. So let's say if I'm not happy with the circle, if it came out wonky, whatever the case may be, then we may want to try starting in a different area and then maybe even going to the right. Zooming in at this circle right here, we can clearly see that there's tremendous room for improvement. I am not going for perfection. I'm going for practice. I want to develop and establish some sort of rapport, some sort of familiarity when it comes to doing circles. I want to at least get acquainted with doing circles, and that's the goal of this exercise right here. At the very least, after the exercise is done, after we've gone through the entire course, watched the entire video, we can go ahead and walk away with just a little bit more skills than what we've had before. I can tell you one thing for sure. For me personally, by the end of this template, I felt a lot more confident doing circles than I did when I started. For me, again, I'm going to approach it in the left direction, as you see right here, and I kind of taper in, and I guess it's technically tapering out into the line that I tapered in. However, either way, you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to say. So I begin with the taper, and then I taper back out into the taper that I started with. And again, I go in the left direction quite a few times. I'm trying to, again, establish some sort of familiarity with how to move, how to conduct myself, with even how to pull a decent looking circle. I am also going to try it going to the right, just to kind of exercise and really push the envelope and push the boundaries of what I am comfortable with. For me right now at this moment in time in this video, I am going for establishing familiarity, meaning when I am pulling these circles, I want to know how to conduct myself. As you see right here in this clip, I'm actually going to the right now, and again, I'm just trying to develop some sense of familiarity with the entire process of just doing a circle. I'm not necessarily going for perfect. Doing perfect circles is the last thing that I'm actually worried about right now. So if you're practicing this, I don't recommend to fixate and or focus on doing perfect circles, but more so getting comfortable with the idea of moving in a circular motion, starting and ending, and making sure that you can't figure out where you started and ended. Stay to the end to see all of my completed circles. Still not nearly close to perfect. As you can see right here in this clip, I'm going to the left again, and I'm also practicing consistency. I'm practicing motions. I'm practicing and establishing a familiarity with the way that I should be moving, how I should be moving, how I'm holding my machine, the angles. These are all of the little fundamentals that I am establishing upon doing this exercise. You can see throughout the process, I don't do every single circle perfectly. However, there are a lot of good ones within this mix here. Here is a circle that I am happy with. So now I'm starting to see improvement. Now I'm starting to really see that rapport and familiarity that I'm developing really start to shine through. Right here, I'm exercising going in the right direction. You're also going to notice that I'm actually exercising starting and ending in different points as well. So that way I can really figure out where I like to begin and end my circles, how I like to begin and end my circles, and what is comfortable for me to begin and end my circles. I know this may seem daunting and maybe even boring to some and or most. However, these are the practices that are really going to shine through. This is the footwork that we cannot get around. I don't really feel that there is a shortcut to the success of being able to do good, solid, clean circles and even lines or tattoos in general. So I really feel that these are the proper ways to go about things, is to really do that footwork, really do your research, and really get acquainted and familiar with the setup and how you want to approach things, how things are done, getting consistent with needle depth, circles, shadings, different size needles. All of these things matter. I can't really exhaust how important it is to do the footwork. And when I say footwork, I mean to sit there and actually go through the exercises of tattooing to become a better tattoo artist. Just to go over what I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking of where I am starting, where I am ending. I'm thinking of my taper in. So when I'm starting with a lighter press and a lighter hold to the skin in terms of needle point to the skin. I'm starting with a lighter feel, and as I lock into the circle, I go to the correct depth. So why I'm doing this is because I want to create a taper in. I don't want anyone to be able to tell where I am starting and ending. So I'm starting a little bit lighter with a taper in, and then once I lock into the dermis, I go ahead and I follow the circle all the way around to the best of my abilities with a comfortable fluid motion, and then I taper out into the taper in that I just created. And you're going to see that over and over and over in this video, and that is one of the essential fundamentals that I am practicing. Along with this fundamental, keep in mind I'm also working on needle depth, I'm working on my comfortability, I'm working on needle depth consistency, and a few other things like hand speed and voltage. I'm working on establishing rapport and how I want to conduct myself when I'm doing circles or tattoos in general. So there are a lot of moving components that are going on that most of us may not even realize upon doing the footwork with tattooing, which is another reason why I feel doing the footwork and going through the exercises, doing the lines, thousands and thousands of lines, is going to result in a better skill set rather than not doing the footwork, if that makes sense. One last thing before I go ahead and let you watch out this video here is you're going to see me doing circles with a series of different needle configurations here. So I'm going to be doing circles with various needle types. I would highly encourage you to do so on your end. If you have different needle sizes, I would recommend doing circles on this exercise with different needle sizes to establish rapport, not only with one size needle, but with multiple. I professionally think it's better to practice with multiple size needles as opposed to one size, as it's very rare that we're ever going to really use one size needle for every single tattoo that we do. So I would recommend switching out to different size needles. I will leave the links for you in the description below to the needles that I use. Before I go ahead and head out here and let you all consume this video, I want to create the environment and let you all feel comfortable enough that if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below, and I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. You're going to notice on this section right here that I actually break this circle down into multiple pieces. So I'm going to use a taper in and taper out approach, and I'm going to start a portion of the circle that I'm most comfortable with, and then I pick a starting and ending point, and then from that point I kind of repeat that process all the way around until I've completed the circle in its entirety. On this part right here, what I'm focusing on the most is my consistency with the circle itself and my tapering in and out, because my overall goal is to have one completed circle where we can't tell the starting and ending points. I want the circle to be nice and cohesive, and I want the line weight to stretch all the way through the circle evenly and consistently, rather than being able to see where I started and where I ended. For approaching a circle like this in multiple segments, I feel that tapering in and out is going to be my best friend. One thing that I noticed throughout this practice course here is that pulling circles with different needle configurations does require minor changes. So some of the changes that are apparent when I'm pulling circles with smaller configurations are my hand speed and voltage. The needle depth also changes. Some needles are easier to penetrate the skin over others. So you kind of get the idea. And all of these are kind of adjustments that we would need to learn when practicing. So another reason, going back to why that footwork is important, it allows us to establish rapport and develop a sense of usability and comfortability when using smaller needle configurations, as they can definitely cause more damage, especially when we aren't comfortable using smaller needle configurations. If I didn't touch base on anything specific that you may have wanted to know at any point throughout this video, again, I encourage you to drop a comment down below in my comment section, and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. I also have social medias all under the same name as this YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I will leave the official names up here on the screen for you, so you can go ahead and show me support on social media, as I would truly appreciate that as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. Thank you for tuning in yet again. You have a great day.